Let's have an overview on the 5G waveform generation and channel modeling. In this presentation, I will explain what is 5G technology, features of 5G, use cases of 5G technology, waveform generation of 5G, and channel modeling in 5G. What is 5G technology? It delivers higher multi-Gbps peak data speeds with ultra-low latency. It provides more reliability and massive network capacity. It increases the availability and a more uniform user experience to more users with higher performance. It improves the efficiency and empowers new user experience and connects new industries. Features of 5G. 5G will offer significantly faster data rates. Peak data rates can hit 20 Gbps downlink and 10 Gbps uplink per mobile base station. Latency: the time it takes data to travel from one point to another should be at 4 milliseconds in ideal circumstances and at 1 millisecond for use cases that demand utmost speed. 5G should be able to support 1 million connected devices per square kilometer. That's a huge number which takes into account the slew of devices that will power the Internet of Things (IoT). With 5G base stations should support movement from 0 to 310 meter per hour. This means that the base station should work across a range of antenna movements even on a high-speed train. Here are some use cases of 5G technology. First of all, enhanced mobile broadband. In addition to making our smartphones better, 5G technology can usher in new immersive experiences such as VR and AR with faster, more uniform data rates, low latency, and lower cost per bit. Secondly, mission-critical communication. 5G can enable new services that can transform industries with ultra-reliable, available, low-latency links like remote control of critical infrastructure, vehicles, and medical procedures. Then massive IoT. 5G is meant to seamlessly connect a massive number of embedded sensors in virtually everything through the ability to scale down in data rates, power, and mobility, providing extremely lean and low-cost connectivity solutions. This is time to main waveform of receiver before channel modeling and after channel modeling. It is the 20 MHz CP-OFDM multi-carrier signal. 5G defines the waveform to be OFDM with cyclic prefix. It also decreases the guard band for the waveform, which means that 5G waveforms are not limited to 90% of the bandwidth as in LTE. The LTE standard does not specify any particular technique to limit the bandwidth and spectral leakage. Several well-known techniques such as filtered OFDM or windowed OFDM have received a lot of attention. Orthogonal frequency division multiplexing is a type of digital transmission and a method of encoding digital data on multiple carrier frequencies. OFDM is a frequency selective multiplexing scheme used as a digital multi-carrier modulation method. OFDM divides a given channel into many narrower subcarriers. The spacing is such that the subcarriers are orthogonal, so they won't interfere with one another despite the lack of guard bands between them. In OFDM, the multiple subcarriers are closely spaced and the spectra are transmitted to carry data in parallel. The main advantage of OFDM over single subcarrier scheme is its ability to cope with severe channel conditions such as interference, attenuation, and multipath fading. The cyclic prefix used in frequency division multiplexing scheme, including OFDM, to primarily act as a guard band between successive symbols to overcome inter-symbol interference. It provides robustness and reduces inter-symbol interference, but its disadvantage is that it reduces the data capacity. The use of cyclic prefix is standard within OFDM and it enables the performance to be maintained even under conditions when level of reflections and multipath propagation are high. OFDM divides the channel into many subcarriers. The subcarriers are spaced as they are orthogonal and won't interfere each other. At the same time, the same number of subcarriers when spaced further apart occupies a larger bandwidth. This is what can be seen on the third line. The maximum supported bandwidth is 50 MHz at 15 kHz spacing and it doubles each time to reach 100, 200 and 400 MHz at 120 kHz spacing. For the highest subcarrier spacing of 240 kHz, the number of spotted subcarrier is halved, which means that the bandwidth is still 400 MHz. So what are the advantages of having different subcarrier spacings? For one, a higher subcarrier spacing increases the bandwidth. At the same time, it shortens the transmission time for one OFDM symbol, therefore enabling shorter latencies at the physical layer. 5G NR retains the concept of 10 millisecond frames divided into 10 1 millisecond subframes. There is also a concept of slot, but its definition is different from a slot in LTE. One slot is defined as 14 OFDM symbols, which corresponds to once a frame or 1 millisecond in LTE. Because of variable subcarrier spacing, the number of slots per subframe is also variable. As the subcarrier spacing doubles, the slot length is halved because the OFDM symbol length is halved. For that reason, the number of slots per subframe doubles. This is shown in the last column of this table. Also, the picture at the bottom of the slide illustrates the shortening of its slot length as the subcarrier spacing increases. 5G provides a range of frequencies. It is divided into two frequency range 1 and frequency range 2 depending upon the carrier. FR1 for the carrier frequencies below 6 GHz. In this, only subcarrier spacings of 15, 30 or 60 kHz are available. FR2 it corresponds to millimeter wave frequencies. Data transmissions can only use 60 or 120 kHz. Some reference signals like demodulation reference signal and the phase tracking reference signals are associated with the physical downlink shared channel and physical uplink shared channel. The demodulation reference signal is used for channel estimation as the part of coherent demodulation of shared link. The phase tracking reference signal is used to compensate for the common phase error. Phase noise produced in local oscillators introduces a significant degradation at millimeter wave frequencies. It produces common phase error and intercarrier interference. Common phase error leads to an identical rotation of a received symbol in each carrier. Interference carrier leads to a loss of orthogonality between the subcarriers. Phase tracking reference signal is used mainly to estimate and minimize the effect of common phase error on the system performance. In a telecommunication network, a link is a communication channel that connects two or more devices for the purpose of data transmission. When the link is a logical link, the type of physical link should always be specified, whether it is uplink or downlink. Pertaining to GSM and cellular network, the radio uplink is the transmission path from mobile station to the base station, and the radio downlink is the transmission path from a cell site to a cell phone. The downlink shared channel is the channel that carries user data. It also carries other pieces of information such as different type of system information blocks. The main difference with LTE is the use of low density parity check coding. 5G supports transmission of up to 8 layers to a single user on the downlink. This means that there can be up to 8 streams transmitted in parallel. 5G uses the exact same list of modulations on the downlink as LTE from QPSK through 256 QAM. It is the coding chain of the downlink channel. In this, first of all, a cyclic redundancy check is performed, which is an error detection code. Then it is passed to the code block segmentation. After this, a low density parity check is performed, which is a linear error correction method. And then it is passed to the rate matching block, where exact set of bits are extracted. After this, it is passed to the cell broadcast concatenation block, from where it is sent to the multiple destinations. Here is a complete demonstration of the downlink simulation in the MATLAB 5G toolbox. The 5G toolbox in MATLAB provides the waveform generation, transport physical channels and signals, also transmit and receive for downlink and uplink channels. It is the simulation code for the downlink channel in the MATLAB. It is the next part of the code for downlink channel completed. The waveform generator of the above code plots the grids for the bandwidth parts. In the first picture, the specific carrier resource grids along with the minimum guard bands aligned relative to the overall channel bandwidth. In the first plot, It is plotted for the subcarrier spacing of 15 kHz, and the second plot is plotted for the subcarrier spacing of the 30 kHz. The empty spaces are for the unallocated channels. In the second picture, the resource grids showing the location of the components: physical downlink carrier channel, physical downlink shared channel, and core set in each bandwidth part. This does not plot the power of the signals, just their locations in the grid. The core set meaning is control resource set. It is a set of physical resources with a specific area in the downlink resource grid, and SS bus provides the synchronization signals. They are the synchronization signal blocks. It is a generated waveform in the frequency domain for each bandwidth part. This includes the physical downlink carrier channel and the physical downlink shared channel instances. The red lines are for the guardband edges and the dotted line are the channel edges. It is a plot both for the carrier spacings of 15 and 30 kHz. Uplink shared channel is the channel that carries the user data. It has a structure very similar to the downlink shared channel, with CRC code block segmentation, use of LDPC, and rate matching. It is limited to 4 layers. Modulation schemes in OFDM cases are the same as for the downlink, ranging from QPSK to 256 QAM. Here is also a complete demonstration for the uplink simulation code on the MATLAB 5G toolbox. It is the simulation code for the uplink channel in the MATLAB using 5G toolbox. The code continued. Is the code completed for the uplink channel. It is a subcarrier spacing resource grid with the minimum guard band, and for the subcarrier spacing of 15 kHz and for the subcarrier spacing of the 30 kHz. It is a frequency domain waveform for the uplink channel for both the carrier spacings of 15 and 30 kHz.